All right, ready to dive in to one of history's biggest unsolved mysteries.
Oh, absolutely.
The Roanoke colony,
You know it better as a...
the lost colony.
Yeah, way more dramatic, right?
For this deep dive, we've got excerpts from the Roanoke colony Wikipedia page.
Full of all the details on this historical puzzle.
So think of this like a crash course on Roanoke.
Everything we know, for sure.
And all those compelling theories about what happened to those colonists.
It's crazy how we can know so much from the historical record,
Right.
but still be left with so many unanswered questions.
There's the story that has just captivated everyone.
Historians, armchair detectives.
For centuries.
Yeah.
So to start, let's set the scene.
All right.
We're talking about Roanoke Island, right?
All right.
Off the coast of present-day North Carolina.
Back in the late 1500s.
The Elizabethan era.
Elizabethan era, yeah.
This wasn't just your average family seeking a new life, a peaceful new life.
Yeah, oh no.
It was a time of serious rivalry.
Oh yeah, fierce rivalry between England and Spain.
Vying for all that power.
And riches in the New World.
So, Sir Walter Raleigh.
He was the driving force
Right.
behind the Roanoke colony.
But it wasn't just about establishing a settlement.
There was more to it than that.
He saw Roanoke as a strategic base.
For launching attacks
Okay.
against Spanish treasure fleets.
Basically disrupting Spain's hold on the New World's riches.
Exactly.
Bold move.
Very bold.
So how did Roanoke even get on England's radar in the first place?
Well, it all started with the Amadas Barlow expedition
Good.
in 1584.
Okay.
They explored the area.
Came back to England with glowing reports.
Glowing reports describing Roanoke as a paradise.
A paradise, wow.
Even comparing it to...
Wait, the Garden of Eden?
I can see why people were intrigued.
Oh, absolutely.
Queen Elizabeth herself was so impressed with these reports.
So impressed that she named the entire territory Virginia
Wow.
in Raleigh's honor.
Okay, talk about high expectations. But if it was such a paradise,
Yeah.
why is it called the Lost Colony? Well, the first try at establishing a colony in 1585, led by Ralph Lane,
Okay.
it did not go as planned.
Uh-huh.
This wasn't just, again, a simple migration of families
Right.
looking for a new life.
Right.
This first group was mostly soldiers and explorers.
So more of a military expedition
Exactly.
than a peaceful settlement.
Yeah, and even the journey over was a disaster.
Oh, no.
A huge storm separated their flagship, the Tiger, from the rest of the fleet, nearly destroyed all their provisions.
Not a great start.
Not a great start, but here's a twist.
Okay.
Despite all that, the expedition's commander, Sir Richard Grenville,
Okay.
managed to capture a Spanish treasure ship. So they actually turned a profit
Oh,
before even setting foot on Roanoke.
that must have quieted some naysayers back in England.
Oh, it definitely did, yeah.
Okay.
Grenville established the colony on Roanoke Island,
Okay.
leaving Lane in charge.
Mm-hmm.
107 men,
Okay.
and a promise of supplies to be sent soon.
Okay, so what went wrong with Colony 1.0?
One of the biggest issues was the relationship with the local Secatan tribe.
Okay.
Went downhill really fast.
Oh, no.
It all started with, well, a silver cup went missing
A silver cup.
from the colony.
Oh.
The English suspected theft,
Mm-hmm.
retaliated by burning down the Secatan village of Aquascogok.
Oh, that escalated quickly.
Very quickly, tragic clash of cultures.
Yeah.
And remember Lane's exploration.
The Chesapeake Bay area,
Yeah.
he found that fertile land.
Fertile land.
Better potential location for the colony.
But they were stuck on Roanoke.
Location.
Oh, exactly.
What else went wrong with the Native Americans?
Well, the colonists brought European diseases with them.
Oh.
Like influenza or smallpox.
Oh.
Spread rapidly,
Among the Native Americans.
causing widespread illness and death.
Oh, just adding fuel to the fire.
Yeah, further damaging relations between the colonists and the Secatan.
Wow.
Wingina, the Secatan chieftain,
Yeah.
grew increasingly suspicious
Yay.
of the English.
Yep.
And even changed his name to Pemisapan.
Pemisapan.
Yeah, symbolized his intent to watch them
Okay.
very closely.
That sounds ominous.
It was...
Oh, boy.
The conflict escalated,
Oh,
with
wow.
Lane capturing and ransoming Menatonin,
Okay.
the leader of the Roanoke tribe.
Right.
He also uncovered a plot by Pemisapan
Okay.
to attack the colony.
So things are chaotic.
Very chaotic.
Wow.
But then, a glimmer of hope.
Oh, good.
Sir Francis Drake,
Oh, wow.
fresh off his own raids against the Spanish,
Mm-hmm.
arrived and offered to help the colony.
Okay.
But a hurricane swept away the ship.
Oh, no.
Drake was going to leave behind for Lane.
Oh, no.
And the colonists, disheartened, chose to return to England
With Drake's fleet.
in 1586.
So Colony 1.0 ends in defeat.
Essentially.
And to add to that,
Yeah.
a supply ship sent by Raleigh arrived.
Days after Lane and the colonists departed.
Wow.
Weeks later, Grenville arrived with a relief fleet.
Only to find Roanoke deserted.
Desert.
The bad luck is just beginning.
It seems so.
So everyone is back in England.
Mm-hmm.
The colony is a bust.
Yeah.
That's the end of the Roanoke story, right?
Well, not quite.
Oh.
Remember those 15 men Grenville left behind?
To maintain an English presence?
Exactly.
Yeah.
They weren't so lucky.
Oh, no.
It's believed they were attacked and killed by a Native American alliance.
Okay.
Led by Wanchese, a Second warrior.
Oh, so this isn't the end?
This wasn't the end of the Roanoke saga.
Right.
It was just the beginning of the real mystery.
You'd think after all that,
Yeah.
Raleigh would have given up.
Right.
But the dream of an English colony,
Yeah.
still very much alive.
Oh, yeah. You have to remember the context.
Okay.
Men like Richard Hackley,
Okay.
a huge proponent of English colonization,
Mm-hmm.
they were convinced
Yeah.
that establishing a permanent settlement
Right.
in the New World was crucial for England.
So they convinced Raleigh to try again.
Give it another shot.
And in 1587,
1587.
a second expedition set sail for Roanoke.
Colony 2.0.
This time, it wasn't about exploration or striking it rich.
Yeah.
It was about putting down roots.
Exactly. This time it was families,
Okay.
not just soldiers and explorers.
Okay.
John White,
Okay.
a painter and a friend of Raleigh's,
Mm-hmm.
was chosen to lead the colony.
Okay. And to make things even more interesting,
Yeah.
White's own daughter
Eleanor.
and her husband, Ananias Dare,
Right.
they were among the colonists.
Adding a personal stake to the mission.
Totally.
Their goal was to establish
Yeah.
what they called the City of Raleigh
The city of Raleigh.
in the Chesapeake Bay area.
Okay, the spot where Lane had found that promising land.
That fertile land.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're finally headed to prime real estate.
That was the plan.
What happened?
Their pilot,
Okay.
Simon Fernandez,
Simon Fernandez.
had other ideas.
Oh, no.
For reasons that are still debated,
Okay.
he refused to take them to Chesapeake Bay, forced them to stay on Roanoke Island.
Talk about a bad omen. Yeah.
What happened when they landed?
The first thing they found
Yeah.
was the abandoned fort from the 1585 colony.
Oh, wow.
They discovered a few scattered bones
A grim reminder.
of the dangers
Yeah.
that lurked.
Did they even try to make peace with the local tribes?
They did.
Okay.
White, with the help of Manteo.
Manteo.
Yeah, one of the Native Americans who traveled to England and back,
Right.
attempted to reestablish relations with the Croatan tribe,
Okay.
but the Croatan recounted the attack on Grenville's men
Yeah.
and refused a truce.
So they're basically on their own,
Pretty much.
surrounded by potential enemies.
Exactly. But even with all that hardship,
Yeah.
there was some joy.
Oh, yeah. The birth of Virginia Dare,
White's granddaughter,
first English child born in the territory,
a symbol of hope
and new beginnings.
in this place that felt so dangerous.
And it became even more dangerous as supplies dwindled.
Okay.
They made a difficult decision.
What was it?
White would return to England to plead for help.
Can't imagine leaving family behind.
In such a precarious situation,
Exactly.
fate had other plans.
Oh, no.
The Anglo-Spanish War
Okay.
delayed White's return.
Oh, for how long?
3 years.
When he finally arrived back at Roanoke.
In 1590,
Yeah.
what he found sent chills down his spine.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Yeah.
What did he find?
The settlement was deserted.
Oh, wow.
The houses were dismantled.
Okay.
Belongings were gone.
What?
There wasn't a single person in sight.
No one.
But there was one clue,
Okay.
a single word.
Carved into a fence post.
Croatoan.
Croatoan.
Chills. What did it mean? That's the million-dollar question.
I bet.
White believed it was a sign
Okay.
that the colonists had relocated
Click.
to Croatoan Island,
On Croatoan Island.
the home of Manteo's tribe.
Right.
They'd previously agreed.
On this word is a signal.
If they had to move.
Okay.
But before White could investigate further,
Yeah.
a storm wrecked his ship,
Oh, no.
forcing him back to England.
So he never returned.
Never returned to Roanoke.
And the fate of the colonists.
Remains shrouded in mystery.
So the colonists vanished,
Vanished.
leaving behind a single word.
A single cryptic clue.
Did anyone try to find them?
The search began, but
Okay.
it quickly stalled.
How so?
Walter Raleigh,
Okay.
still clinging to his claim on Virginia, made vague claims of searching for the colonists.
During his voyages.
However,
Yeah.
his main focus seemed to be on finding El Dorado.
Always chasing the next shiny object.
It seems so.
Okay.
John Smith.
John Smith.
Yeah. The famous leader of the Jamestown colony arrived in Virginia in 1607
Okay.
and tried to pick up the trail.
Okay.
He interviewed Native Americans, even had a map that hinted the colonists might have moved inland.
Okay.
But Smith never found them.
So the mystery deepened.
And took a darker turn.
Oh, how so?
In 1612,
Okay.
William Strachey,
Okay.
an early Virginia historian, wrote an account claiming that Powhatan, a powerful leader of a nearby Native American confederacy, had massacred the Roanoke colonists at the urging of his priests.
Wow. A massacre.
A shocking allegation.
Assimilation, massacre, lost at sea.
It seems like we have more questions than answers.
It really does.
And those questions continued to haunt historians and amateur sleuths for centuries.
Leading to countless theories and research efforts.
The mystery of the lost colony had captured the world's imagination.
We've talked about the early attempts at settling Roanoke.
Yeah.
The mysterious disappearance.
Right.
And all the theories surrounding their fate. But it doesn't end there, does it?
No, the search for answers continues.
What have more recent investigations revealed?
Modern research has added some pretty fascinating new layers.
Oh.
Remember how we talked about the impact of those European diseases?
On the Native American population?
Yeah, recent studies showed they might have played an even bigger role than we thought.
So the diseases weren't just a tragic side effect.
No.
They were a major factor.
In the colony's fate.
Some historians think those epidemics weakened the Native American tribes,
making them more vulnerable to attacks with other tribes.
Creating a volatile and unpredictable environment for the colonists.
Increasing the likelihood of conflict and displacement.
It's like a domino effect.
Yeah, a chain reaction.
With unforeseen consequences.
And the impact of those early epidemics continues to be felt today.
Really?
Researchers are using DNA analysis to trace the ancestry of modern-day Native American tribes.
Man.
They're finding evidence of those early outbreaks.
In their genetic makeup.
Yeah.
It's a reminder of those first encounters.
Between Europeans and Native Americans.
Wow.
Yeah.
Science helping us unravel the mysteries of the past.
Absolutely.
Speaking of science, what about those artifacts found at Site X?
There have been some exciting developments there.
Like what?
Using advanced techniques. Like chemical analysis.
Of what?
Of the pottery.
To
pinpoint their origin.
Ah, interesting.
Comparing styles and methods of those artifacts. With similar objects from other English settlements.
It sounds painstaking.
It is.
But it could provide that missing link.
It could.
While we wait for those results.
Yeah.
What are other researchers working on?
Historians are taking a closer look at the colonists themselves.
The individuals.
Yeah, their lives and backgrounds.
Poring over all kinds of historical records.
Trying to piece together a more complete picture.
Of who they were.
What their hopes and dreams were, and what challenges they faced.
So, moving beyond the big picture.
To get a glimpse into those personal stories.
It's like a giant jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
Using every little bit of information.
To create a more complete picture of the past.
And even if we never find that one missing piece.
Yeah.
That solves the mystery definitively.
Right.
The search itself is valuable.
The process of piecing together those fragments of history. The Roanoke colony is a story that continues to fascinate us all.
It really does.
It reminds us that history isn't just facts and dates.
Yeah.
But a living tapestry.
Woven from individual stories.
Relationships.
And unforeseen consequences.
A story that encourages us to keep asking questions.
Exploring.
Searching for answers.
Even when those answers remain elusive.
It's true.
Sometimes the most compelling stories are the ones that leave us with more questions.
It seems that way.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the mystery of the Roanoke colony.
It's been my pleasure.